Good afternoon, everybody. We are now looking at a small experience from the University of Milano Bicocca, badging formal degrees, namely badging graduation degrees. Where it all started from? Well, in Italian universities, and I don't know whether in the rest of the world it is the same, average students are very externally driven. That is to say, students do everything that is connected to credits, and they do nothing else. So, all of our activities intended to develop their transversal skills through extracurricular activities are bounded to fail. 10% of our students do those activities, and the rest, 90% of the students, do not do those activities. Therefore, in 2015, I think we were the first in Italy, first university in Italy, to try to give an external drive for extracurricular activities, that is open badges, badging extracurricular activities. And we, as an experiment, started building badges with the Cineca platform Bestr. Up to now, in 2 years, we produced and released 77 badges of the very different types, all of them tied to extracurricular activities, seminars, foreign languages, and tutoring in student services, and tracks for entrepreneurship, and so on. So we did a lot of extracurricular badges, and they are beginning to be known. More than 4,000 students earned at least one of those badges, and different Italian universities began to follow suit. I saw that two important universities, at least two, Padova and Trento, began this year or in 2016 to build their own extracurricular badges. 11 more universities began to produce badges tied to mock courses. So they're getting near to our strategy of badging extracurricular activities for transversal skills. But this was a beginning, and we are happy to see that the practice is spreading, even in Europe. Let's go on. This is the beginning, I was saying, because board declaration in 2016 was not focused exclusively on informal activities, transversal skills, and so on. It was also mentioning formal activities and formal degrees, and we took it seriously. The third point of the declaration, that we were the first, not in Italy but in the world, to sign as a public university, stated open recognition policies. We call on governments, public authorities, and educational stakeholders to implement inclusive policies, facilitating and encouraging the recognition of learning achievements, whether in formal activities, standard formal education. And so when we signed this declaration, we also made a promise. And I personally promised that we would have built graduation badges. What are graduation badges? We believe that students and employers throughout the world can take advantage from easily transferable graduation degrees. My own graduation degree is a parchment stuck on a wall. It is not very transferable, not very portable. So it is a very simple idea. Just let the graduation degree, the certification accompanying the degree, be more portable, be more transferable, more certified by the issuer. So, by using open badges, the degree will not be self-reported by the student. I graduated in Padua in 1991. No, this is not a self-declaration as usual now. It is certified in electronic CVs and in electronic portfolios by the issuer. I, University of Milano Bicocca, certified that you, student, graduated at my university in 2016. The certification must be employer-oriented. So simple, brief, stating all that is necessary. So what is this degree like? Because degrees, graduations, degrees vary throughout the world. Even in Europe, they are extremely different. Graduating in mechanical engineering might be similar in France or in Italy, but graduating in communication might be very, very different. So the employer must know what is this degree about. What did the learner learn to do and to know? So learning objectives must be stated, and the level of student accomplishment must be certified. In essential and simple and brief information. I say brief because we all know diploma supplements. Diploma supplements are PDF files that accompany your degree, but they can be 20 pages long, and they are very heavy, not very portable. So they are not employer-oriented. The other nice things about open badges is that they can be endorsed. So if you issue high value for the work marketplace degrees, you will be endorsed by a lot of agencies, by a lot of employers. If your degrees are of lesser value, you will achieve a few endorsements or not at all. So this is a desirable characteristic of open badges that can be applied to graduation degree. The question, very simple, is an Australian employer. I say an Australian because we degree people in marine sciences in the Indian Ocean. We have a base there. So it can happen. An Australian employer will not have to wonder about what a Milanese, an Italian student learned about the sea if he or she took a degree in marine sciences in Milano Bicocca. They simply will have to look at the badge. Let's see if it works. Loading. This is a graduation degree, master's degree in marine sciences. Read the badge. It is not working anymore. Why not? On my screen there is. All right. I don't see it anymore now. So this is the badge in the Bestr catalog, and the employer can simply read what it is about. This is a very brief description of what these students, because this is a general badge, not the one that I gave to one student, what the student learned about, the normal duration of the course, but I'm speaking about an Australian employer, so what's a degree like in Italy? What's a graduation program is like? All right, in Italy, in order to take a master's degree, you must acquire 120 credits, and so what is a credit? 20 hours of study, and so on. Everything is briefly described. What is a graduation in Italy? And what is this specific graduation about? What did the student learn? What did he learn and what he learned to do? Later we will see a different graduation degree. The criteria to obtain the degree and who is this little university? Who is the issuer? So we are a mid-sized university in northern Italy, born in 1998 and so on. This is all the basic information to describe the degree. The students wishing to choose this program for studying might want to look at how do I get this badge. You must come to our university, enlist in this program, and so on. So this is a basic idea. And how can I come back to the slides? All right. When graduation degrees are translated into open badges, they can be linked to electronic portfolios, to electronic CVs, and to the social networks. So this is how it looks like on LinkedIn. Students that acquired a degree in marine sciences simply links it to his LinkedIn profile or her LinkedIn profile, and an employer who's curious about the degree simply click on it, and that's about the nature of the degree that the student acquired. Once the badge is acquired, graduation badge, it is instantiated to the specific student's accomplishments. Let's see an example. This is the email that 2 or 3 days after graduation is sent to the students. Congratulations, you obtained this badge. Sorry. What is this about? I did not graduate in international economics. This is just for an example, but the master course in international economics did study these things. What did he learn? Provides graduates with the knowledge and skills required to pursue a career as applied economists in the private sectors and so on. What are the criteria for obtaining a degree such as this one? A description of master's degree in Italy. The standard description that we used also in the different graduation degree that I showed previously. But the final degree depends on and the student's accomplishment. He or she can choose. This is an optional information. Do you want to share with all the world the abstract of your final dissertation, its title, yes or no? Student can choose. This is not a compulsory information, but the following informations are compulsory. They cannot be hidden. If the student got a low mark, he got a low mark, and he must either declare it or not show the badge. This is important. We'll say later why it is important. So, final degree mark, I took 105 out of 110. Cumulative percentile, 53% of other graduated students that took this degree fared better than me. This is not quite nice information for an employer. And what was the average of my marks while I was doing my exam? 27 out of 30. There should be a slash with a 30, but we are working at it. The holder of this badge took his title in the standard duration of the course. It is not a common problem in other countries, but in Italy a lot of students require more years than the standard duration of the course to graduate. So, yes or no? If you graduate in 4 years instead of 2, it is reported here. So this is compulsory information about the student's achievements. You took this degree, you got these marks, your percentile is this one, and you required this amount of years to take a 2 years degree. After that, there is the description of the issuer, and we do not have any endorsement, but if someone ever will endorse our international economic master's degree, it will appear here. And we did not report other information because we wanted to keep it simple, but one information is important on the global market, and so study permanence abroad, either on Erasmus programs or other programs. So it is so important, according to us, to our strategies, that we wanted to highlight it in a different badge, and this will accompany the graduation badge. The international student badge is very similar, but does it work? When you come back from your Erasmus program, immediately, even before graduation, you receive a badge, an incremental badge, because it will grow if you do a second period abroad. And the badge will certify where I have been. So international student, the holder of this badge was successfully completed one or more study periods abroad and so on. Doing a period abroad while you graduate demonstrate that you have those skills according to Europe. And where have I been? I've been to Vilnius, oops, I don't remember whether this is an example, in this period, and I got 29 credits while I was there. If after Vilnius I went to Paris and I came back, Paris will be added to the same badge. So international student badge accompanies graduation badge and certifies international activities done by the student before graduating. So to finish, what's the main goal? This is not a big innovation. This is just a simple application of open badges to formal degrees with a contract. But we think that if they spread, if they are used by many universities, they could enhance transnational recognition of formal academic achievements, because as I said previously, graduation degrees, then degrees are not the same throughout the world. So there is also a problem of confidence of different employers toward foreign degrees. So increase confidence and knowledge of employers throughout the world toward foreign degrees. Australian employers toward Italian degrees, Italian employers toward Indian degrees, and so on. Let's describe them in order for them to learn what they are and what our students study. And also reduce the rate of false self-declaration, because in self-reported CVs, false statements, I got these degrees, is misknown universities, are not checked. So false declaration can be common. And on the condition, as I said previously, that a large number of universities, important universities, possibly more important than us, release their graduation badges, because as any innovation, in order to obtain the expected benefits, it must be considered a common practice. It must spread. Best if graduation badges will be similar. So some quality standards will be set. What is important to declare, what is not important to declare in a graduation badge will be open to discussion, but should be open to international quality standards. So the conclusion is that this experiment will have a success, will succeed only if employers worldwide will come to expect as a normal practice that graduation badges are included in electronic CVs and electronic portfolios. Only then employers will ask graduated candidates to disclose their graduation badges if they did not disclose it spontaneously. Do they have something to hide or any other reason for not disclosing your graduation badge? And students will begin to ask, you, University A, are giving graduation degrees together with your graduation degrees or not? So this measure can have some impact, some importance, only if it is spread so much that students and employers will expect to have a graduation degrees. This is just an experiment, as I said. So only when graduation badges will be widely diffused, endorsements will begin to arrive. And when endorsements will begin to arrive, finally, graduation badges will also set a mark for discriminating high-value degrees from lesser-value ones. And so will be important certification for discriminating graduations that are really important for worldwide employers from lesser values degrees, at least for the employers in the global market. That's all. Thank you very much.
Is there any question?
From what you described in this presentation, it seems that the structure of this graduation badge is very similar to the one of the formal credentials, the diploma supplement that might be issued together with the diploma. How do you see those open badges in this context? Do you think that it might replace the diploma supplement, or it might be one way to issue this document? What is the role of the formal credentials in this context?
All right, thank you for your question. The structure is very similar, but as you saw, the length, the open badges is far shorter than the diploma supplement, because the diploma supplement has each and one activities done by the student. If I did 20 exams, in the diploma supplements there are 20 exams, plus traineeship, plus periods abroad, and so on. On average, employers do not pay attention to it. Just go through it and see some focal points of information. It is too long. Diploma supplements tend to be too long, so we shortened it in an open badge. And diploma supplements are PDF files. So I can or cannot attach it to my electronic CVs, but I cannot load it on my LinkedIn profile, so to say. So it is a more light, a more portable way to certify graduation that is parallel to diploma supplement. It does not substitute diploma supplements. We thought a lot with Chiara and their collaborators from the Bestr platform about embedding diploma supplements in the badge, but it was useless, according to us. Let's talk about it, because this is for the first encounter of the global employer to a foreign student. So I see your CV, I see that you graduated in International Economics in Milan, and I learn what is this degree is about and how you got this degree, your degrees. Am I interested? I contact you, you will send me your diploma supplement, and I will see the details. If I want to increase my information, I did not say that, in the badge there is a permalink. This is the International Student Badge, but I'm looking for the International Economics Badge. All right, there is a link to our website that describes in details which exams were done and how many credits they were valued. So someone that is looking at the badge can increase his information and in the end can ask for the diploma supplement for the from the candidate. But we did not want to do a thing that was as long as a diploma supplement. We just kept it inside one-page format. Brief description of your career and basic accomplishments.
I'm from Canada. We get many immigrants, and there are many immigrants who come with degrees, and there's a business evaluating degrees. Do you see this as disrupting that business, or do you see seeking endorsement, perhaps, from credential evaluation companies?
I think that we will converge. So this business will not be disrupted by open badges and by the endorsements to open badges. I think that agencies that are evaluating the economic value of different degrees will see an opportunity in digital badging of graduation and simply will build on endorsements given to the badges. So it will be one measure more among the ones that they are using now for evaluating the graduation given out by different universities. It is only an imagination of the future. I think that they will not conflict between them, but they will converge on a better evaluation of the economic value of our degrees.
Thank you for your presentation, Paolo. I have actually two questions, but very brief. The first one is, I didn't understand very well whether you were now issuing the graduate badge in addition to the traditional certificate that you mentioned. Yeah, you're still doing both things, yeah? Okay, right. Well, I don't know, of course, because you're innovating.
All right, I did not say it. So
maybe
I'm sorry if I interrupt you, but we must give the traditional degree because law.
By law, it's still by law. Okay, so that's clarified. Okay.
So we give the traditional degree and the open badge certifying that the student got the degree. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for the clarification. And the second thing is that you opted for making explicit the note, the grade, no, of the student. Well, that may have implications, but definitely not to be discussed right now. But my question is, does your university offer online degrees? And if so, do you also state on the badge that the degree has been achieved via an online course? Why am I asking you that? I'll give you an example. In Brazil, the law forbids universities to make this distinction in the final degree. Whether the student has achieved it online or on a face-to-face course, it's the same degree, in order not to imply that one degree is better than the other. What's your view on that? And is this the case in your university or not?
We do not go online. We do not offer online degrees, so we do not have this problem up to now. But even though you are right that the legal value of Italian degrees are the same, whether you obtain it from online universities or the traditional universities, nothing forbids you from stating the description of your institution that the degree that you are offering is online or not. It is not devaluating the degree. It's just a full description for the employer of what you actually did. So, as we are here stating that this course is taught in English or so on, you might describe the course by stating this course is mainly online or exclusively online or taken online. So it is just a description. There is no value attached to a description. So we are not violating the law here.
Thank you very much for the presentation. It was really very interesting. So my question is, this is for me a very effective instrument of dialogue between university and labor work, between university and business or entrepreneurs and so. Are you thinking about measures to inform the labor market or to connect with them through these or to strategies to develop also this kind of information relationship or so for that to help the students to?
Thank you. We had local contacts in Lombardy with Asso Lombard, the Association of Lombard Entrepreneurs, and of course with the Municipality of Milan, that also started the badging program for foreign language, for example. So there have been local discussions with employers, but we have not discussed on a more wide level with the employers' world.
Thank you. I will ask you if, for example, I am a student of the university in a 3-year degree program, and after the first year I need to work. So can I ask you for a badge of the subject I approve at that moment, or I have to wait to the 3 years?
So I'm not sure I understood your question correctly. So you are asking if you are a student that is also working, can I ask to include this qualification in my badge? Was this your question?
During your study, for example, if a 3 years degree program,
yeah.
I finish the first year,
yeah.
and I approve some subjects that have some skills that can be...
All right, I understood. So you began one of our programs but you did not finish, for example.
Yes.
So can you certify some exams, or the ones you did and not the whole degree, not with these badges? These badges are only for the full graduation degree. Okay. I don't know if it can be discussed or if it will be found useful or not to descend in granularity and build specific badges for individual exams. I don't know. This is not for graduation badges. You are saying if I do 7 exams and then I leave the university, can I get a certification? Possibly. But this is not for graduation badges. This is for the whole program, for the whole degree.
Okay, thank you.
Hi. As I see, one badge is for 1 degree, but sometimes the students they have several pathways to achieve a degree. Yeah. I mean, for example, in my institution, we have an engineering master degree, and the students choose minors and majors, and so they all come to the final degree by different pathways. Did you think of a way of reflecting those individual choices in a degree badge?
I think this is perfectly possible, because the 2 graduation badges that I show did not have specific curricula, specific track inside it. But if a degree program has different tracks, it should be possible. There will not have any. There will not be any technical difficulty in declaring the track. I hope not to be confuted by by Bestr. So, in addition to declaring your degree, your marks, your percentile of graduation, and so on, you can specify marine sciences within the track of tropical seas or Mediterranean seas. There will not be any difficulty in doing it, if it is considered an important information, and I think it is. Right.
Yes, basically another evidence. Those are evidences that we are using.
Yes.
For specific information. Okay.
Well, we just did. We started 1 year ago to build these badges, but we just did 2. We're not very. We are just beginning, so we are planning to do badges. We have 70 degrees in our university. We are planning to do 25 degrees by the end of this year, and the other one by the end of next year. So the two I used are the two that are existing now. And they do not have track in them. So tracks will be reported when we arrive to degrees with tracks inside the program.
Thank you very much. It's great you're very interested, but we need to move on because we're already late. Next is Mandya.